Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Man, the break was short, huh? Okay, we are here for game 2. Oh, I didn't switch the colors, wait. And Ryan won game 1. And this time, he's gonna be taking black. And I think they will be starting any moment now. Yeah, Ryan definitely showed in the first game that he means business. It was a bit risky for us to add him to the league just when we got some prize money, since he might be taking... we have prize money for the first 3 places, and it's definitely possible he takes one of those. But yeah, we get so rarely chances to play with the AGA pros, so it's definitely worth it. But I saw some message earlier which I forgot to answer. Do the European pros often train against each other?
Game resumed.
Well, we don't actually play each other just to train like on the regular that much. We still do, like we play some blitz games with Pavol online. But mostly we know each other so well and we play each other so many times from actual live tournaments in Europe. So all of us play like the European Congress, the European Championship, the European Grand Slam. We always meet in those tournaments. For some of the pros, like Artem and Andriy are both from the Ukraine, so they have been playing for Ukraine Championship between themselves for I don't know, over a decade now probably. But yeah, like I think we all have at least 20 games with each other pro in live tournaments. AK versus AK. Artem is married actually. He's already married and he just recently had a daughter. I think it was this year, yeah. She's 6 months old, I think. Just before the virus stuff all happened. I am new to Go and find this very interesting, but are all the players so young? Well, first of all, thank you for saying we're young. I'm 26, so not that young actually. And honestly, you'd find that anyone can play Go, and there are still some very strong players in their 40s and 50s. And yeah, you even see like 60-year-old players active in tournaments, especially like in Japan and stuff. You see a ton of not just older players playing, but also being active. But with the competitive scene, I think, yeah, it's mostly up to age 35 or so. You see it also in with the best pros, like world champions from China, from Korea. Their level starts declining around 30 years old, and for very few of them, even for legends like Lee Chang-ho, like by the time he was 45, he was already not really challenging for titles and stuff. He was still he could still beat anyone. Like he could get matched against Park Jung-won. Back when Park Jung-won was #1 in Korea, now he's #2. But he could still take games from them. But he wasn't really like top of the list anymore. Yeah, in Japan it's the opposite problem. In Japan, they don't have any young players playing. They're actually trying very hard to get more young people into the game and get young people interested. And when you go to a Go club in Japan, like if you go to if anyone here watched Hikaru no Go, you saw probably those pictures of Go salons in Japan, and those are totally real, just like they were on the show. But you'd never find a kid there. Like it's always only I don't know, 40, 45 years old plus men there. Um, there are many kids playing Go in Japan, just not the typical clientele for Go salons. I think they have a decline in the overall number. Also, like less people want to become insei, and less people debuting as young pros. I felt it myself. I've been to Japan a few times for a tournament, and I've stayed in the insei dormitories in Osaka. And the first time I went for the tournament, the dormitory was like reasonably full of young people studying to become pro. And the second time it was almost empty, only a few people there. Anyway, with that long wind up, let's look at the game, right? That's what we're here for. So Ryan on black this time, Pavol takes white. I think Ryan does this large Shimari opening with black relatively often. Like when I check his game records, I see he often plays that as black. And here's a move we saw Pavol play a few times in the past. The jump, instead of the regular slide over. When you have the ladder, you can play the jump if you want to try being more active. Before someone asks which ladder you're talking about, this is the ladder we're talking about. In this case, because white is in the upper left, this ladder doesn't work for black. So he won't be able to cut like this. So he just takes Tenuki and white defends. San to grab more points. Oh, and we get a pretty symmetrical shape over here. Yeah, this Keima is playing on the edge of two moyos. You can see the difference between like the black moyo over here and the white moyo over on the left side. It's clear why this Keima is such a nice place. Oh, Ryan doesn't follow though. Actually, this move looks good, no? We can call Tangi back. Let's try and call Tangi back.
Hey,
Yo,
now it's working.
welcome,
Finally.
man. What's up?
Well, okay. Am I on the stream?
Yeah, you're on the stream.
Finally. Oh my god. You know, I spent like 1 month to build the perfect stream setup, and in the end, it doesn't even work. I have to find my old computer, all with the dust.
Oh, yeah, Tangi bought a new computer and he had to dig his old one out for the streaming to work.
Yeah. Anyway, good to be here. So I see a lot of people. So Let's enjoy.
Yeah, yeah. You got here. I mean, it's still quite early. We might have still 2 full games.
Mm.
And yeah, I was just talking about this opening, and I was saying Black had to play this. I'm gonna send you a link to the review so you can see what I'm talking about.
Well, I think I have it. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyway, so in the game, Ryan decided to play on the side. Pavol makes an enclosure. Yeah, so far it seems White is playing pretty actively. Black hopes that White's gonna answer like this. Oops. And he can flatten the side, even though White can make points on the left. The points are quite small. It's all flat on the second line, and Black gets to reduce from the center. So obviously, to resist, White decides to play this. Can you call this a pincer? I don't know.
I guess so. But well, I don't know if you talk about it, but what do you think of this schema in J15? Because actually, I don't see the point of this move.
You don't like the Keima?
Yeah, I know, like Shin Min-jun, some player play like this, but I feel like it lacks of power, and there is nothing to do after this move actually.
Locally, yeah, there is not much follow-up for White, but it's still on the. I said on the. I told the viewers earlier that the reason for this move is it's like on the edge of 2 moyos. So that's why. I mean, it feels kind of early to play it when the sides are all open.
All right, so I can learn something with you. It's good. And thank you, Benzero, for the sub.
Benzero subbed.
Yeah, only because I was here, so it's good.
Nice. Look, man, you're on the stream for 1 second, and we start getting some French subs.
Nice. All right. So what's going on?
Whoa. Oh, I don't know. Something hardcore is starting.
Oh, the first game was pretty hardcore also.
Yeah. It started out so peaceful, but later on they delivered. So the idea is like this. If Black just plays, let's say, the obvious move, since White doesn't answer there, you want to play there, then maybe like this, Black feels a bit heavy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and White's making points on the bottom, on the left. So I think that the point of the attachment is to try and play more lightly.
And also like this stone in D7, well, it's a shooter hit, so basically you cannot capture it. And yeah, there is no good way for White to settle the situation immediately, so I think it's fine not to answer. I don't know. Stone on the first line is not easy to capture anyway.
Yeah, so up to here it's clear. Black's effort is to get settled and make light shape. And I think over here there was a bit of a better sequence for Black, with pushing and then cutting here. So White can't counter. White can counter. Never mind.
Is this some kind of Joseki you invent?
No, I thought I saw something cool for Black, but it was anti-cool. Well, in any case, it's probably better to push once.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy with this as Black, because White did get like a bunch of points. And black's middle shape still feels unsettled.
But it cannot be too bad also because I don't know. It feels like white is pretty low on both sides, and yeah, I guess there is not so much potential after this.
Yeah. So white cashed in on his potential, right? He has less moyo now, but he has some sure points.
Yeah.
The thing is, this black group isn't that weak anymore. There is already one eye around here. We can show it. So around here is one eye, and black is out on all sides. So it's not really a weak group, I'd say.
Yeah, Ryan is super strong, as people say in the chat. Of course, he's super strong. That's why we invite him.
Yeah, that, and I mean, I know him personally. I got to meet him in a few tournaments. He was playing in the IMSA Masters a couple of years ago, I think it was, where Pavol also played. Yeah, so the AIs seem to agree that they like
90%.
safe points
90%.
over all S.
I cannot even imagine this. Wow. Okay.
On Go ratings. The thing about Go ratings is since the sample sizes are so small, especially for players like between, let's say, 300 down to 1000, it's hard to, yeah, and doubly so for the Western pros because we get very few games against Asian pros. The sample size is very small. So, like, it tells you something, but it's far from accurate.
Yeah, it should be good only for the top 200, maybe. I don't know. I know there is many amateur from Europe that are in the.
Yeah, there are a bunch of amateurs who got to play like one game against a super strong Chinese pro and lost, and they get a high ELO because of that.
Yeah.
So the system is not well designed for that. Bunch of amateurs. No. Anyway.
So this is typically the kind of game where there is like 90%, but actually it's super close. I mean, I don't see like white as a huge advantage. This game is clearly open. And the last game actually, I don't know, at some point you said like it was 78%, but it looks like quite a big lead for Ryan. And now like it's already 90%, but
yeah, like I'm sure if you'd ask both players as well here, they wouldn't say, neither of them would say white is leading 90%. I think most human pros would say white is a bit better, but it's totally like almost even. Yeah, but I do find Ryan's moves in the opening to be a little bit slack. I thought so also last game where he plays too safe. Maybe it's because he's playing against Pavol that he thinks, okay, Pavol is a notorious fighter. I don't want to fight him so much, or at least not early. I want to do it on my terms. But so far, I do think he likes to play it slow in the opening.
Yeah, I guess he well, I think he know how to play against Pavol because they play a lot on the KGS Blitz. So.
Oh yeah, he mentioned that they have like 100 games, 100 Blitz games between the two on KGS. 10-second Blitz.
Okay. Well, then they definitely know how to play each other.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that was quite so recent though. What do you think about Q11? Let's try to guess what the AI thinks is the proper move here. I don't know.
Well, not so easy.
I mean,
Not so easy to
Q11
make
looks
something
not bad. I mean, this game is still nice, but you don't wanna... Oh, he just played it in the game. I said it and he played it in the game. But
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
guess
want to
it's,
play the game and exchange it for like, I don't know, an invasion over here on the right.
yeah, it's the kind of game where Black wants a lot of potential. So if he has a target to play with, maybe it's a better game for Black. But
How about this cap?
yeah, I was thinking
Eh?
about the Tsuke or some move like this, yeah. But I don't know.
It's okay here.
Yeah, and counter Rane. But it's, I guess you just want to make it as big as possible, no? You have some potential, you want to expand it.
Yeah, that's one thing which I feel it's not just a sequence we copy from AI. It's like something which it changed in our understanding of the game is that you don't want to close your territory. You want to map it out as big as possible and then force the invade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel like on one hand I feel like Q11 is a totally fine move, but I'm also doubtful that it's the best move. But yeah, I have no idea what the best move to be here for Black.
Maybe like, someone can help in the chat. Probably many people are using Lila. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's
white
kind of game.
white plays h17, which is doesn't feel so big. And yeah, then Black descends. Black is just worried that White's gonna get this Hane in center later. If Black doesn't answer, he might have to spend a move to live with his group on the top. So Black just exchanges. For White though, you don't absolutely have to answer that. Like White could Tenuki here and lose some points to get the move somewhere else.
Yeah, it's quite big also.
But it's pretty big, yeah. Yeah, and here we go. So Ryan keeps enlarging the center and White invades.
Wow. Isn't it a bit soon to invade? I don't know. It feels like to give a target again to Black is something maybe Blacks want. I don't know. But
Yeah, on
also
the other hand,
how to play.
on the other hand, you need to play something, right? Like what is there for White to play now?
I don't know. I would play some move around like J10 maybe, something wild. But yeah, I like to invade at the last moment, so the opponent doesn't have a control on this.
Yeah. In retrospect, I really don't like this h17 move because later on, I mean, okay, let's say White lives here, then it still leaves Black with this kind of peep. And in the recent, I think it's a game many people saw between Kejie and Shinjin Seo, where Kejie just chose to, like, the next move in this area is actually just jumping again.
Wow. Okay.
Right, that game went something. That game had this shape.
Well, you can still play inside the Toby, so it's still a cut. But this game I cannot really cut actually, with E18 weakness. Not so easy.
Yeah, I guess White just feels like his shapes are thick, so he can play Ko here. But so far it seems that Black is attacking well. This is definitely a Ko threat, right?
Yeah, I mean, but this code becomes so big now.
Actually, White can capture like this.
Whoa, that's painful.
Yeah.
It feels like to me black didn't attack correctly.
It
I don't know.
feels like this is not enough. I mean,
Yeah.
you just captured 2 stones, right? It's not even sent against the corner. Oh, he did. He played
Okay.
that in the game.
Even better.
Oh, yeah. Black.
Yeah, this is not. This is definitely not.
Oof.
So
Capture one more time.
maybe that will be a quick game.
That's annoying, though. White wishes. Why didn't White give Atari there? I guess he thought he has time to do it since Black's not gonna play there immediately, but
Hmm.
Black did.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but it
connecting
looks
on the left is big as well. Wow, that's not a shape you see often. Man, I want to be White this game.
Well, this is not a trend you should use in these dark times. So yeah, but black still has potential, but it's not easy to make the center, I think. I don't believe black can be good here. Also, the top right corner is still kind of open.
Oh, here, Black finds a chance. I mean, I was just about to say, Black has to start a fight somewhere. This is not a game where you want to play simple and go to counting.
But this
Yeah,
black
like
can,
especially now, if you just play like this and try to make a tiny center, then you're gonna lose by 20 at least. So this cut somehow doesn't feel so severe, right? White could just sacrifice like this.
yeah, I think that's what he will do for sure. But I don't know. I don't know about this game. Actually, it's not like if white has so many points and black capture on the bottom left is quite big also. Maybe it's still a game.
Yeah, the thing is, Black doesn't have many points either. Like you mentioned, the upper right is still invadable. If White goes here, then
Yeah.
this is just alive.
With points.
Alive with points, yeah. So actually, Black's only on, I think, around 20 points right now.
Okay, so wow, K15. That looks like a good move.
Lidl seems to only consider Q11 or Q12 for Black a while back. Okay, yeah. I mean, I can see that since it was the last major open space on the board. I mean, you know you have to play something there, and the difference between a 2-space jump or a 3-space jump is not so significant there.
Okay, so what do you think about this move?
I think White has to attach here.
Yeah, but now maybe cut first. Think later.
Cut first and give Atari or not?
That's not really professional way, so I don't know. But yeah, it feels like white cannot really die here. I mean, it's quite open, and I don't know. But the black has to try something now. If he cannot kill, it feels like he will not have enough points.
Yeah, but now, I mean, now he has a chance. He's got a group to attack, some cutting points. Maybe he can close the center, make the upper right safe. I think Black's pretty happy with this chance he got here.
Yeah.
Wasn't it better to attach first? I mean, Black's not gonna just defend, right?
Yeah, you're right. It will be too slow. But does it change something?
I don't know, like now you can give the other Atari is what I thought.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to get the squeeze on black here. But I feel like the way white played in the game, if white tries to attach now, then it might be too late. Maybe still.
Yeah, I think you're right. This 2K looks better. It feels like a
Something like this even. No, I don't
maybe
know.
Atari, and make the shape.
Yeah. Anyway, something lighter. Game is heavy.
Yeah, you always
Feels
want
heavy.
to get some weakness to use, and you're right. This all this Atari make just black stronger, and actually white doesn't have many weaknesses to work with, and black is playing thick now, so it looks good.
Yeah, it's already hard to move two stones. Even if you try to save them, then black can still go out, and you have a problem there. But that side is not important right now, or so says white. The fight is in the middle. It's a decent move. I think I'm looking for this as a way to settle.
Yeah, also like all the black group on the right is not so strong, and also the corner on the top right is not so strong. It feels like it will not be so difficult for white to leave because, yeah, this diamond turtle back group on the right is too strong for white. So if your group is super strong, basically all the group of the opponents are weaker.
This shape doesn't have a name since
Yeah.
you never get it. But yeah, it seems white also thinks this is a vital point. The reason why this move is important is if you try to just keep going out, this peep is painful. You can save two stones, but then there is a cut over here. And the way you defend that is, I mean, you try to make this and you play here, so black can't get the peep.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem sente if yeah, like this. Okay.
Yeah, so that seems like what he's going for in the game.
Yeah, it looks hopeless to kill. So black will need to find a good way to attack and then maybe place the biggest area. I don't know. Is there something to do on the bottom side, for example?
I don't know. The more time goes on, I think that shape on the right makes it so.
Yeah,
It's just hard for
right.
black to do anything. I mean, it's hard to create points anywhere. You need to. I mean, this group, as you said, is not gonna die. And it doesn't matter how many moves you get attacking it, you still need to. Eventually, you're gonna block here and make 15 points, or you're gonna block here and make the upper right. But the upper right by itself doesn't feel like it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, if we don't forget about the Kumi, for sure. White is ahead, yeah. So
maybe here. The last exchange made the upper right safer. So if Pavol starts playing like completely slack and just gives the upper right and that area on the right side, maybe Ryan can find a chance that way.
But also, I feel like I lack of energy to comment this because there is nothing to do. I mean, I don't feel like playing with black, for example, in this game, and I don't know what to comment actually on my experience.
I
I mean, what to
mean,
do? What to do?
you gotta.
You gotta attack maybe, but how to play
Well, now you
K12?
gotta take 2 stones, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then maybe we get attacked.
No, it's maybe not working. But anyway, black will need to remove the ice, so he has to go for this K12 empty angle magic move.
It looks like at least it's not gonna be a geta.
Mm.
Oh man, if white plays here, white has
And still live.
so many points. Oh, he didn't. Okay.
He cannot play this.
Are you sure? Wait, if white plays here and then black encloses. Really? You die here? Still feels like hard to die. Okay, I think Tanguy will be back with us shortly. Where do you think black went wrong? Well, in this game, I know where black went wrong. This core threat was just not enough. Like the core is way bigger than that, especially since like if white had to capture this way and then spend another move here, it's one thing. But when white gets to even be extra efficient with the move here, because as we mentioned, like uh, it's not a core anymore at this point. And obviously black can't connect either. So it was just way too big. It's much bigger than. At least you have to, uh, earlier, like now, black would have to push and do this to. What I mean is, if at least this was the core threat, I still think uh, it's bad for black, but it's way better than before. This way, the corner is weaker, and you get a few more points as black. Um, yeah, just the way the core concluded in the game is not acceptable for black. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, maybe this was the chance. Um, so what is the worry here? When white connects, if black just takes, then it's quite easy for white to link up. Even with this center, white is still linked up. But black might be able to play here. And then if white connects, then black jumps down. And this capturing race is not clear at all. This capturing race looks good for black to me. But in the game, black just captured. Well, I find that a bit suspicious, but we'll see. Yeah, so now white can both A and B link up for white. Can only be Seki. Yeah, white probably won't die, but I'm not sure. I mean, Seki depends on who gets Sente, but I don't wanna get Seki here as white either. Like Seki's terrible as well. Tanguy will be back soon. I think something urgent came up for him. Yeah. Black's just trying to grab as many points as he can and hope that he can get a win on just turtling for territory. Yeah, it's surprising. I mean, it's surprising to me as well. This move is not hard to see. I'm sure Ryan saw it. So he either found the counter or he just... I don't know. I'm trying to think if something like this would be a resistance, but it doesn't look easy to resist this way. Yeah, so after blocking here, the things I'm looking for as white is what's up with the upper right. Invading now, after earlier white made this 1 for 2 exchange. Now invading feels like white might die. It's not clear if white... I don't think white would have anything like this. So instead white just goes for this Keima. I do wonder if you could at least attach. This is what I would probably play. It's still not completely clear whether white can live or not, but feels like he should be able to. I mean, this is absolutely the safest move white could play in the upper right. Yeah, the second thing white looks at is capturing in the middle. This is nice because not only it's worth points. Oh, but it's only worth points if it works. Yeah, it should work for white, no problem. But the reason I like this is because this marked group is gonna be 100% alive after white captures those 3 stones. That's sort of the last open hole for white, is that group could still technically die, and the chance is
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome back.
So, what did I miss? There is a chance?
I don't know. Ryan seems to be grabbing points even harder now. There was one chance on the left side where white peeped here and then he captured 2 stones, but I was thinking he could probably bump now and jump down.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what was the way out of this for white.
Seems to be at least a Seki, no? At least.
Yeah, at least a Seki for black. So probably white would have to jump like this and connect now. This looks like not a Seki anymore, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, so it would be a good exchange already, just to make the...
Yeah, anyway, even if black decides to capture now, it's still a game over the game. Yeah, and white didn't try anything in the upper right. I mean, didn't try anything fancy. And now capture 3 stones in the middle. There's gonna be a Yose.
So yeah, let's count.
Let's
count
count.
this. Mm.
Okay, I'll count black. You count white.
All right. And yeah, white has most of the USA also. Uh-huh. Man, white has not so much. Maybe it's doable. Yeah, white has around 60, 62 points with Komi. So 50, yeah, I count 55 without Komi.
You can what? 55 without Komi?
Yeah. But maybe it's over like that. I don't know. You know how bad I am at counting, so.
Okay, and I have 30, 40, 50, 57 for black. Pretty much.
But I believe also white has most of the USA, so yeah, probably it's a good game for white anyway.
My squibbles are back.
You became so talented with this. Let's not forget that Ali is #1 streamer. Go streamer, actually. You
Oh, I
stream so
am?
much, and every time you have the biggest number, so. Yes, you still this to some other Twitcher, I think.
Oh, wait, I need to do the adding up part. 48 and 15. Actually, I'm getting 60 for white, like pre-combing.
Yeah, it was closer to this.
So doesn't feel hopeful for black, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
especially because there is no weakness also. Absolutely no weakness, no weak group.
yeah, there are no weaknesses, but at least black got the move. The move here at A was very big.
Mm.
But it looks like white's gonna get this block in the corner. Is also super big. D8 seems good for white later. Yeah, that's what Tanguy mentions when he says white has all the Yose. He means the white shapes are stronger, so all those invisible points which show up in the end game, or most of them are gonna go white's way. So some points which we don't count right now, like you mentioned, around here, there is a small problem for black.
We can add some extra 5 points for this also. I mean, probably.
Oh,
Wow.
wait.
This
What's
looks
this?
like
This looks like a big
a
problem.
killer move. Yeah.
Oh, is black gonna play this call?
Yeah, we are not close to go to bed.
I don't know. This call is pretty unwinnable. And the thing is, even if you try to fight the call like this, white could just give up and play Atari from the back.
Come on.
Why? It's easy
You
win.
want to play this call? You think so?
But black doesn't play it. But I mean, black's losing. There's no way black's gonna win like this.
Yeah, it's pretty much over.
It's like we were counting white ahead before, and white just added what 10 points in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much hopeless now. I want to say okay, next, but we have to watch.
I mean, Pavel dragged out the last game a
That's
ton
right.
as well. He played that core in the end for.
Maybe
But the
we
good
try
news
to
is
beat
we have
Belgium.
3 games. Our first best of 3, and we got it.
Yeah, I think it's better for the viewers. Don't hesitate to put some feedback also in the chat so we know what do you think about this new format. Because yeah, we were playing some best of what? Best of
Best of
best
2.
of nothing, because there could be some tie actually. So now we have a best of 3 and finishing with a best of 5 for the finals. I think it's a pretty good format.
Was there some cut before the A16 honey? Not really. I don't think so. If it was, if the Blackstone was here, then yeah, maybe you could look for some like Yose sacrifice like this. Three games in a row looks hard for the players. I mean, they are professional. We are professional Go players, so that's what we do. We play Go.
Yeah, I believe it's doable.
It,
It might be harder for the commentators. So.
Yeah, I mean, our finals last season, we had the best of 5, and it just so happens that Artem won 3 in a row, so it ended in 3 games. But it could have went to 5 games. That's pretty exhausting. But I think, I mean, when we play live tournaments, it's not so rare. In Europe, I know that I've had many 7-hour games during EGC, during like semifinals of European Championship and stuff like that. If both players are not the fast player kind, or the kind of player who prefer to take their time more, for example, me and Mateusz, then the game can get quite slow and last for 7-8 hours.
Yeah, because it's all about how to use the Bioyomi, and this is some big difference usually between pro and amateur. The ways they use the Bioyomi and use every single second of their time. So this way you can count many things, but also it makes the game much longer. And I hate when the game lasts like forever, when there is nothing to be played. I mean, when there is 3 points to be played and people are counting in the very end, it makes the game so much slower. But anyway, this format is so fast. Anyway, it's not a problem. It's not like if they play for 4 hours and then there is a slow Bioyomi.
Is this one of the biggest tournament regarding prize money? Absolutely not. This is probably the smallest the smallest prize money we play for. For a few reasons. We just started, and also it's all online. We were basically, since everything got canceled due to the virus, all the tournaments, we wanted to do something, so we came up with this league. But the prize money is just first place is 500 euros, and yeah, for tournaments it's definitely not what I'd consider a really big prize money.
Maybe if the winner gets a kiss from Martin.
Maybe black can hope that white blocks here, and then try to make some. Yeah, but even like even this Midori black loses.
Yeah.
So, and white doesn't have to block. White can just draw back. So it looks like actually white's the one gaining points in this endgame. Did you talk about Mateusz Surma? Yes, we were talking about Surma. He's we are 7 pros in Europe at the moment, 7 EGF pros, and 6 of us are playing this league. But Mateusz is a little bit busy with other stuff, so he's not gonna be joining us yet. But he might join.
Yeah.
Starting from
Maybe next season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we should see if we have some other new surprises like having Ryan in the league. I don't know. There are many things we can do with this tournament actually, and we kind of decide what we do with this league. So if you have any idea or things, maybe things you want to see, it would be cool to know.
B4 was big indeed.
Yep.
How many pros in North America? Well, I'm talking about pros certified by the American Association, because there are a bunch of like Chinese or Korean players who became pro in their countries and later on moved to NA. Certified by the AGA, I think it's also 6. Do you know, Tangi? I think it's 6.
Yeah, it's 5 or 6. Yeah. But yeah, we should know about this maybe.
Yeah, the thing about the system in NA is they just haven't succeeded in making it active since establishing the system. I think level wise, especially Ryan and Andy, they're pretty strong players. They just haven't been able to, like, from the organizational side, they haven't gotten much going in the terms of tournaments and activities, stuff to do for the pros. So as a result of that, I think a few of them are barely active anymore. Like Gansheng and Calvin. Even Andy, who was for a long time probably the strongest, or what many would consider the strongest one from the AGA pros, I think he's not active anymore.
Well, do you think it's because it's difficult
So they're just
to
5. They didn't get a 6 one yet. It's just 5.
Okay. Do you think it's difficult to maybe to travel to tournaments in NA, and that's the reason maybe it would slow down a little? Because I know in Europe we can sometimes just take a car and travel from country and just go to next tournament, so sometime in the spring. But I don't know about the US. Maybe if you have to take a flight and cross, I mean, the whole country, not so easy to play many tournaments.
I didn't get why they're not active anymore. Well, I'm not exactly 100% sure on how active they are, but I think most of them are not playing Go like actively every day and preparing for tournaments and that kind of stuff, because there are no tournaments. So it's hard for them to earn money from Go. So I think most of them just decided to focus on other things like university studies, and it's quite common actually in China as well. Like many of the kids who become pro, they give it a few years to see if they can become a top pro, and if not, then they usually focus on something else. But
So
at
what was
least
your
in
plan?
Europe compared to the to NA, we had the Grand Slam where the first prize was 10,000 euros, and yeah, we have that tournament annually. And just from the association side, it felt like uh, there was more readiness to support the players and try to give them a chance to make a living playing Go.
Mm. Yeah. Also, I don't know if any of them, except Ryan, maybe is doing teaching. I know Ryan is teaching with his YouTube channel, but I don't know about the others.
Yeah, Ryan and his. So Ryan is married to Stephanie. I'm not sure if they're married or just engaged, but I think they're married. And she's actually a Chinese pro. I think she became pro in China before moving to the US. And now they both live in New York, I think. So they're running the New York Go Institute,
Ah, that's cool.
which has a YouTube channel, by the way. Uh, Feel free to check that out, guys. Where they both
Yeah,
upload
they play some.
videos like playing online and uh, teaching and
I
that
like
kind
the
of stuff.
duel they play together, and and try to comment
Ah,
move
yeah.
per move. It's pretty cool.
Ryan is significantly stronger though, right? Like I only watched maybe one or two of their games, but usually he
It
wins.
feels so, but I don't know. I really cannot say. Also, I never played against him, really, so
Ryan lost
difficult to
one
know.
point here. Look, he played he played this move and let White make 1 point, but he could have wedged.
Ah, yeah.
If White is not smart, he would take, and then look, it would be a comeback.
Even better, you can put 5 instead of 3.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a bit off topic in the Yose, but honestly, this game there wasn't that much happening. It was just straightforward end game.
So, what's the final score? We should know soon.
Pass.
Okay, it seems like they finished. They're passing. and
Remove the
counting.
dead stones. White wins.
Wow, not so big.
4.5 points for Pavol.
Not so big difference. So in the end, it was, yeah, almost what we counted. But it's still very, like, I don't know. What did we miss? Because also White make 10 points in the middle, and we didn't expect this, and we were
I
already saying
mean,
that White was
but
leading.
basically White played super safe. Starting from here,
Yeah.
from this Kema against the upper right,
Mm.
then I mean White didn't really try to do anything active. He just negated Black's attacks, made sure not to die anywhere. And this is the kind of game. Some games 4.5 feels really close, but in this game it feels like it's 4.5, like with White playing 100% safe. So even though the score is close, it's not like Black had many chances during the game, right?
Yeah, it's like also, well, you don't play slack if you play safe, but it's kind of the same. Maybe White played a bit slack, but if it's all controlled and yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I
just
wouldn't
know
say
how to win,
White played
there is
slack.
no
It's
point.
just yeah, taking advantage of
Just
the
strong.
great position he got early in the game.
All right, so game 3, I guess. Yeah, White win by 4.5 for those didn't listen. But it's a good game again. I'm just a bit sad there was not so much action in the end.
Yeah, I'm sure Ryan regrets very much his core threat early in the game because I mean, the damage from that was so big that it actually prevented him from being able to continue playing in this game, because it just felt like there was nothing to do for black. So he felt like his only chance was to grab as many points as he can. Yeah, just impossible. In any case,
Yeah, so
that was
future
game
by
2.
Loco.
We go on another break. This time the break will be 10 minutes. And we will be back for the deciding game 3 after that. After game 3, there will probably be an interview with the winner, if they feel like chatting. And before the break, as usual, donation and sub links under the stream. We need your support to continue holding this league and making it better, you know, adding players, adding commentators, adding everything. So if you can donate, please do. And see you back here for game 3 in 10 minutes. Bye bye.